Going live.
Let's see. I think we need to put it up higher, just a little bit higher. The camera. Good. A little down. Just a little. We're getting everything all set up. Good morning. Good morning. If you don't already, there is a Spotify playlist because I do not own any rights to any of the music. So I'll let everyone know kind of when to start. And just find a comfortable spot. So maybe you have a mat. Maybe you need to tell your children to watch some screens, and I'll just wait a couple minutes. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Liz. I have been teaching since September at Liberty, and I teach the yin class on Mondays and kids yoga on Sundays. You may have seen me yesterday. And I also teach a kind of core empower class that combines some weights, no weights today. We're just going to use what we have at home and your body. So one thing I always say is that it's always an invitation. So listening to your body throughout, there's always ways to intensify if you're looking to make it harder, and always ways to make it easier. Child's pose is a great option. And I'll do my best to provide adequate verbal cues so you feel comfortable with what you're doing in your body. We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Maybe grabbing some water, maybe grabbing a towel if you need it. Just about 1 minute. I have my Spotify playlist here, so we'll all kind of hit start at the beginning, so we're all on the same page. Let me make sure my volume is up really fast. Yep, we're good. All right, it's 10 a.m. So let's start first in a seated meditation. I just want to bring everyone to their breath, so no music yet. Maybe setting your hands on your quadriceps, maybe a hand on your heart. Just start to close the eyes and tune in. So noticing the breath, noticing if it's shallow or deep. Using our breath as an anchor throughout practice. Let it be your metronome. Let it be your anchor, your check-in point to decide if you need to intensify or pull back. So taking 3 deep breaths on your own, filling up in through the nose, all the way in through the belly, the pelvic floor. And then exhale out of the mouth like you're fogging up a window. Just let something go. One thing I want to keep coming back to in class is the notion of feeling something. We use music in class because it's so evocative. It can send messages that we didn't even know that we needed. And I just want to start with a quote by Cleo Wade. And she says, just a friendly reminder, in the body, the mind, the heart. And instead of forcing, kind of maybe trying to push them, distract, notice how they make you feel. So why don't we get started pressing play on your Spotify playlist. Let's get started. So making your way to a child's pose, I'll lead the way. So maybe spreading your knees out wide, maybe the length of the mat if you're having low back troubles keeping your legs together. Gently making your way down onto the mat, letting your belly drip, walking your hands forward, bringing your feet to your heels as you gently melt your forehead into the mat. Maybe spreading fingertips wide. And just start to melt in here. I'm going to lead from a seated position as you make your way into child's pose. So with every exhale, letting your belly drip just a little bit further. And landing here. Feeling your shoulders start to relax. Feeling your knees press the ground away. Maybe sending your attention to your big finger and letting your breath soften it just a little bit. So as we move through practice, just taking this opportunity to notice. So taking time, about 35 minutes for you with you. Continue to lengthen the breath. Always an option to come back to child's pose. Taking this time for good care. Maybe walking your hands over to the right side as you press your seat down to the left. Just 2 deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, walking your hands back through to center and exhale, melt in. One more deep breath, walking your hands over to the left as you bring your right seat to your heel. And breathe here. And then on your next inhale, walking your hands back, maybe tenting up on your fingertips here, moving into heart melting puppy pose. So tenting up like you're holding on to tennis balls. And then gently fold your body in as your hips go high to the side. Just 2 deep breaths here. Letting your heart melt into the mat. And then when you're ready, rolling up into a tabletop pose. So hands are wide, directly under your shoulders, knees are hip distance apart, starting to introduce some subtle movements. So maybe wagging your tail to start, finding a neutral spine, noticing the body that you have this morning. On your next inhale, letting your belly drip, heart rise, cow pose. And exhale, chin to the chest, pushing the ground away, rounding the spine. Exhale, cat pose, rounding the spine, pushing the ground away. Inhaling, letting your belly continue to drip, hips rise. And exhale, rounding the spine. On your next inhale, coming back to a neutral spine, inhaling your right arm high to the sky, maybe twisting and opening the wrist, and then exhale to thread the needle, bringing your right hand underneath the left, landing on your right shoulder, right cheek. As you crawl your fingertips forward, thread the needle. Just 1 deep breath here. So inhaling deeply, filling all the way up. And exhale to release the tension. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, walking your left hand back for a strong foundation as you inhale your right arm high to the sky. Exhale to come back to center. So taking thread the needle on the left, inhaling your left arm high to the sky, opening the chest, opening the heart. Exhale, thread the needle, landing on your left shoulder, left cheek, maybe crawling fingertips forward. Just one deep breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then on your next inhale, hands come back into table, maybe inhaling, left fingertips high. Exhale, tabletop pose. And we'll push back into downward facing dog. So inverting the hips, maybe pedaling out the feet. Tapping the heels here, opening the fingers wide. And on your next inhale, walking the hands outside of the feet. So heels in, toes out, Savasana pose. So it looks a little something like this. So option to come onto the balls of your feet if needed. Your elbows press into your knees. Your next exhale, right hand plants as you lift your left arm high, stretch. Exhale, left hand falls as you replace the right hand up high to the sky. Beautiful. And moving in here, we're moving into some horse squats. So hands plant, and we're just coming onto your tippy toes. We're going to lift high and then low. So starting to wake up the hamstrings. Stay with me. Core is engaged, knitting the belly into the spine. Here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to Savasana, then bringing your feet, bringing all 10 toes parallel with the mat, interlacing your hands behind your back. As you fall chest over thighs, letting your knuckles drip towards the mat. Letting yourself feel here. And then when you're ready, rising up, hands reach high to the sky. On this first round, maybe stretching, almost like you're climbing a rope, elongating the spine, making a space. And then on your next exhale, side bend over to the right, feeling the stretch in your side body. Both feet are planted firmly on the mat. Inhaling up, back through to center. Exhale, side bend over to the left. On your next inhale, rising up. Exhale, fold. And step back into a plank pose. So our first kind of keep building pose of the day. Pushing the ground away. Option to take this on your knees if you need. Tops of the feet plant. And just 3 deep breaths here. So inhaling in deep through the nose and out through the mouth. One more deep breath. And then on your next exhale, gently lowering down, elbow squeeze the rib cage. Thighs plant as you inhale into cobra pose. If this is too intense, option for Sphinx, coming onto your forearm. Gaze goes down your nose. On your next exhale, looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling out back through to center. Exhale, gaze goes over your left shoulder. And then when you're ready, we'll press back into downward dog and go into our flow. So typically in class, we take everything through at least twice just to kind of take the body through, warm it up, and then move a little quicker, breath to movement. But on your next inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky, and we'll stack and open here. So flexing the right foot, right hip over left. And we'll exhale to step right hand outside of right foot and go into some push-ups. So these are called Spider-Man push-ups. Option to bring your right hand behind your back here and lower and lift. So feeling this in your triceps. We're here for 5, 4, great job, 3, 2, 1. So inhaling, right leg goes back high to the sky. Exhale, knee squeezer down the line. Inhaling out back through the center, and exhale to step your right foot between your hands. And rise up to crescent warrior pose. So right knee tracks over right ankle. Pressing into the ball of your back left foot as you inhale your arms high to the sky. Breathing here, and then on your next exhale, if it's available to you, we're going to lower your left knee down and up. Squeezing the inner thighs together here, moving your shoulders away from your ears. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands through to heart center, clipping your left elbow outside of your right knee, prayer twist. Continuing to be active through your back left leg. And on your next inhale, big transition, opening up, almost like we're transitioning through to star. And exhale, Skandasana towards the back of your mat. So deep low lunge in your left leg. Right toes lift high to the sky. Just a couple pulses here. Hands press at heart center for stability. 4 more pulses. 3, 2, 1. And then on your next exhale, gently walking back. We'll start with hands down, moving into curtsy serve. So left knee chambers behind the right here. Option to keep your hands down or open your hands. And lower down just a little bit. Can you lower down just 1 more inch? We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, hands plant. As you inhale, thigh away from thigh, standing split. So bringing your chest to your thighs. Option to kind of lower your left leg and lift. 2 more, lower and lift. And then when you're ready, stepping back and taking your vinyasa. So stepping back to a plank, maybe taking it on your knees. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So taking downward facing dog is an opportunity to reset and reconnect. When you're ready, inhaling left toes high to the sky, and exhale to stack and open, flexing the left foot. On your next exhale, stepping your left hand out, or your left foot outside of your left hand. I get my hands and feet mixed up. And moving into those Spider-Man push-ups. So lowering and lifting, option to bring the left hand behind the back for a little bit more edge. Lower and lift. So finding your edge. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then pressing back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee squeezer down the middle. Knee goes into third eye. Inhale up. And exhale to step your left foot between your hands. As you inhale into crescent warrior pose. So kind of getting our footing here, moving shoulders away from ears. Option to take this on your knee if you're looking for a little edge, opening the heart here. And just to build some heat, squeezing the inner thighs together, we're going to lower the right knee and lift. So bending and then extending your right leg strong, pressing into the ball of your back foot. 2 more. Last one, and then exhale, hands through to heart center, clipping the right elbow outside of the left knee as you gaze over your left shoulder. So breathing here, noticing if you can find your breath in times of discomfort. Like Cleo Wade says, there's no right way to feel right now. So I'm actually going to switch sides just so you guys can see me. So prayer twist to the left. We're going to inhale up through star, extending high. And then exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Hands press. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Chest is lifted, not collapsing. And just a couple dips here. So continuing to warm up the hamstrings, the quadriceps. And then on your next inhale option to yogi walk or just move forward, maybe fingertips press, bringing your right knee chambering behind the left as you balance and lift your hands forward. So balancing here, noticing if you can lower just a couple more inches. And when you're ready, exhaling, hands plant as you inhale. Bring thigh away from thigh. And let's lower the right leg to meet the left. Inhale up high, maybe micro bending the left knee. One more. And then when you're ready, stepping back and taking your vinyasa. So lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So moving into just a tiny bit of a balancing sequence. So stepping the hands to meet the feet, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. I'll meet you in Buddha squat or goddess pose. So heels are in, toes are out. Knitting the core into the chest. Opening the arms. And coming back to your breath. How are you feeling? So taking this opportunity to check in. Maybe a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly, using this pose as some active rest. Noticing if the mind has fluctuated, where the breath is. And then moving into some balancing. How are you feeling? So we're going to inhale up, grounding the feet. Right toes face the front of the mat, moving into flying warrior. So if you have knee trouble, stay grounded and maybe finding warrior two. So gently pressing into the big toe mound and the small toe mound. Almost like we're moving into half moon. We're going to reach forward. As we lift our arm back, right hand or left hand over left thigh for stability. Reaching forward here, we'll inhale up through Marcher's pose. And exhale, step back into Buddha squat. Inhaling deeply in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. We'll inhale into flying warrior. I'm just a little behind on music. So grounding into the left foot, left hand reaches forward. So you flex your right foot up. Inhaling, Marcher's pose, grounding into the left foot. And then coming back to a standing position. So feet on the ground, pressing the ground away, tuning into you. Maybe taking a sip of water, I know I need one. And just kind of recalibrating, restabilizing the body. So noticing what comes up in times of trouble, in turmoil, and notice where you're sending your energy. I know for me, I think things feel so uncomfortable within that I'm looking for external things to kind of place the blame. Anybody else? So moving into a little bit of a high intensity interval. So spreading your feet wide. Let's start to just tap the heels. So shrugging the shoulders, adding some movement in. Right, left, right, left. We're gonna move into step touches. So almost like we're staying together. We're gonna go right, left, right, left. So speeding up, finding your value. Weight's in the ball of your foot here. When the beat drops, we're gonna start jumping, adding a jump. So maybe trying it here. Light on the feet, wide with the hands. Remembering to breathe here. Right, left. So all we can focus on is our next right step, right? So when it gets overwhelming, when you're wondering how long the song is, just focusing right, left. So option to come back here if you need to. This song isn't long, we're almost there. Maybe back to jumping, go. Pressing the foot into the mat, really opening your arms, opening your heart. Checking in, noticing how it feels to let your heart rate rise. Knowing that we'll stabilize it, we'll bring it right back down. So this practice is a practice. It's an inside job. 4, 3, 2, 1. So holding here. Coming back to your breath. Letting yourself know it's okay to feel everything you feel. So in my classes, we purposefully bring your body into deliberate chaos to practice restabilizing. Let's go back in when you're ready, and we're going to add a voice release in here. Huh. Huh. So coming from the gut, huh. Huh. In there, huh. Almost there, we're going to switch to left. Right? Ha! 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 Let it go. Release. What else? Fear. Ha! Anxiety. Ha! Letting it go. Woo. Ha! Ha! We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And boom, it ends. So hand is on heart. Pressing your feet into the mat, softening your shoulders. Almost like a snow globe, shaking up all of the snow, all of the particles. Can you let everything settle? Our mirror, or our mat acts so much as a mirror, letting us practice situations of stress. So coming back to your breath, orienting yourself with all 5 senses. Just letting go. So starting to tap the body. So kind of coming back into it. Maybe adding in some shaking. Inhale your arms high to the sky, hands press. And then exhale forward, fold, hands press. Head releases, chin to chest. From here, right hand goes outside of your left leg, right knee bends. Maybe as you inhale, left fingertips high. Exhale, hands plant. And then left hand outside of right, micro bend in the left as you inhale, right fingertips high. Exhale, fold. Gently rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's find a comfortable seated position. So for me, I like to kind of sit on like a tuffet, but maybe seat to heels, maybe crisscross applesauce. We're coming into a heart clearing. A little heat, a little release. Let's start bringing your arms out wide, chin to chest, and just breathe. Maybe feeling the weight in your hands, noticing how this feels. We're going to start by lowering and lifting. So lift and lower, lift and lower. So kind of find knitting your core into your spine here, strong back. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So shoulders soften down the back. Squeezing the shoulder blades on the way down, moving your heart forward. And then we're going to go into kind of moving forward and then throwing it away. So forward, throw. Forward, throw. Stay with it. Maybe closing your eyes. Maybe to the beat. Forward, back. Forward, back. So feeling your triceps. Hello, triceps. Back. Forward, back. Noticing the thoughts. Noticing if you can stay with them. And just rest right behind them. So not distracting. Back. Forward, back. Forward, back. You guys are doing incredible. Forward, back, forward, back. We're still engaged, staying with your form. Coming back to your breath. And then from here, we're gonna open, close, open. So speeding it up. Maybe singing. My cat's right there. So moving as fast or as slow as feels right for you. This is just an opportunity to feel your heart space. Come sail away, come sail away, come stay away. So deep breath here. Squeezing your shoulder blades on the way back. Knowing we're not here forever and rest is coming. Staying here, not robbing yourself of this present moment, this burn, this heat that we're building. Stay with it. So chest opens. Just letting it go. Allowing yourself to feel the totality of your emotions. I feel like we like to hold things in. Can you let it go? So feeling the music in your body, feeling your knees pressing in the mat. Stay with me, you're doing a beautiful job. If we were at Liberty, I would be pumping the jams right now. Almost there. So feeling the music. Noticing when the body's in repetition, when you're not focusing on what comes next, can you stay with it? Let's add in a little bit of heat here. Forward, back. Feeling the arms. Come sail away, come sail away. So Tara Toomey did this in class. I've been following her digital. Noticing if this is too much and pulling back. Don't let the ego get in the way of your practice. Beautiful, stay with it. About 20 more seconds, the music's fading. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand on heart. Bringing your chin to your chest. Relaxing the shoulders. Just coming back to your breath. Softening the area between your brows here. Your third eye. I think in these times, it's so easy to look for information from someone else. I've been looking on Facebook, the New York Times, the CDC, the WHO, the whole thing. But my inner knowing tells me that I need to get off Facebook and just be present. That this time with our families is a gift. We're building connections with members at Liberty I haven't met yet. All in the midst of the pandemic. Your next inhale, gently making your way to a tabletop pose. Let's stretch it all out. So first, coming to a tabletop pose, pressing back to downward facing dog. Walking your hands to your feet. Option here to interlace your peace fingers around your big toes or grabbing for whatever's available. We'll inhale for length, gazing forward, looking at the sun. And exhale, fold chest over thighs, maybe bending the knees a lot, finding an expression that works for you. Pulling here, elbows out to the side, maybe shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. As you breathe into your hamstrings, thanking your body. Gently walking your hands forward, pressing back to downward dog. One last, well, this is the second to last time. Moving into pigeon pose on the right. So inhaling your right leg high, we'll stack and open here. Bringing your right knee to the right corner edge of your mat. Bringing your left, grounding your left knee, left top of the foot with the center of your mat. For some, bringing your ankle in line with your knee as it works. For me, it's not anatomically correct. Maybe inhaling for length. And then exhale, folding into pigeon pose. Forehead is the last thing to melt. If this is too intense for your hip, option to take this on your back. Making a figure four, crossing your right ankle over the left. Pulling your left thigh in. Just about 3 deep breaths here. Letting your belly drip, releasing tension in your hip. One more deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And then your next inhale, gently walking your feet forward, opening. Left leg extends, the right sole of the foot comes to the left inseam. Grounding the left forearm as you inhale your right arm up and over, side bend. Bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhaling deeply here, then exhale to twist just a little further. And your next inhale, coming back up through to seated and making your way to pigeon on the left. So maybe that's coming in through table, a more yin variation, or maybe it's pressing back into downward facing dog. Maybe closing your eyes, taking your time, spreading your fingers out wide. I'm going to stack and open my left hip. Exhale to bring my left knee to the left corner edge of my mat. Grounding the right top of my foot as I inhale my fingers high to the sky and exhale, fold pigeon pose. So grounding, softening, settling in. We're restabilizing, we're recalibrating back into us. Just 3 more deep breaths, in through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth. And your next inhale, gently walk your feet to hands. Opening the left leg long, or the right leg long, left sole of the foot into the right inseam. Right hand plants, maybe grounding your right elbow. So you inhale your left arm up and over, side bend. Gaze goes past your left armpit as you bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just one more deep breath, inhaling deeply together as a community, filling up with everything good. And exhale to let something go. Your next inhale, gently coming back up through to seated. Extending your legs long. Moving the flesh away from your sits bones. Squeezing the knees, thighs, ankles together, flexing your feet. Maybe rolling out the shoulders. Inhaling your arms high to the sky, and then exhale, full chest over thighs, seated forward fold. Letting your head be the last thing to fall. One more deep breath here, inhaling, filling up the belly. And exhale, let it go. Your next inhale, rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae, and then making your way onto your mat. Inhaling, squeeze your knees into your chest, rolling around on the low spine. So moving into reclining spinal twist, a couple options. So first option, so let's open your arms to a strong T, grounding both shoulders into the mat. So feeling your shoulders just start to melt in. And then on your next exhale, bringing both knees over to the right as your gaze goes over to the left. So this is our first kind of option. For me, I like to grab my right hand over the razor edge of my left foot as I extend long for a little added twist. Gaze goes over my left shoulder, keeping my left shoulder grounded. I'm just breathing here. So giving yourself permission to stay here. Feeling the music in your body, feeling your body on the mat, feeling your breath. Just one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, twisting just a little bit deeper. Inhaling, knees go back into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved hug into your chest. And then exhale to open the arms into a strong T, moving into spinal twist on the left. Maybe gaze goes over to the right if your neck allows. Maybe reaching your left hand for your right foot and extending long. Just exploring the shapes, exploring the differences between right and left without judgment. My girls and I have been talking so much about change, where we feel it, how it feels, knowing that there's no right or wrong. Can you give yourself the same grace? Just one more deep breath, inhaling in deeply and exhaling, twist just a little further. And then when you're ready, bringing knees into your chest. And making our way into our final resting pose. So exhaling, right ankle goes out to the right outer edge of your mat. Left ankle follows. Resting the tops of your hands on the mat. Your palms lift as a sign you're ready to accept. Or maybe a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly to keep the heat, the fire within. Working to let go of sound breathing, any micro movements. Just kind of letting the script in your mind go blank. Giving our body permission to surrender. Can you soften just a little? We're not here long, so giving your body permission to let go. Knowing that this is an inside job, knowing that it starts within, the more that we allow ourselves to release, the more we inspire others to follow. Slowly coming back to your breath, introducing subtle movements. Maybe wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. And then when you're ready, extending your left leg long. Maybe a resting hand on your upper arm, the fetal pose, reminding us that you can always begin again. Knees stack over one another, hip stacks over hip. And then taking the next couple of breaths to make your way to a seated pose, no rush. So maybe bringing seat to heels. Maybe a hand on your heart or hands at heart center. If that decided to join. I hope that this practice brought you back into your body, away from kind of the methods that we use to distract from feeling. I certainly felt the love from Liberty, from Holly, who I know is joining, from RJ, who's helped facilitate everything. Thank you so much for practicing, for kind of going with the flow as I work out this whole digital thing. I don't practice with my group when we teach. I usually kind of guide with verbal cues. So this is all new, and this is all new for all of us. So I pray that this practice brought you some love, some light. And I encourage you to close the practice in whatever way feels best. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'm here if you need anything.